So today's video, I'm working on Molly. Molly is a hockey player. Previous injuries in her back. Things we found today, a lot of knots in her neck, knots in her shoulders, a lot of low back pain from a history of a trauma from 5 years ago. All around a really wonderful lady to work on. And stay tuned, watch the video, and let's see what we find. What's going on that drove you back in?
My neck, I get a lot of neck pain. I've been working from home a lot, and at work I have a standing height desk, and at home not so much, so I have a lot of tension in my upper neck and shoulders, and then still residual from a work injury, lower back stuff.
Okay. So I think you said you're a project manager. You're working on site or at home still?
Mostly home. I would say 90%.
So with the neck and stuff, stiffness, are you getting headaches as well?
Sometimes, not often though. Usually it's just like really irritating, and you know, I can't quite stretch it, or it's sensitive when I do stretch.
Okay, we can work all those knots out. Tell me about that. You said you had a back. We were talking before, and you mentioned a second ago that you had a back injury. Still residuals.
Yep.
Which is unfortunate because back injuries can hang around forever. What caused that injury? Years ago.
Yeah, so I was pushing some heavy product on a floor dolly, so I was down like this and kind of walking with it, and it got stuck, and I just got a twinge, like right in my back, lower, like right, low back, left side, yep.
And that's been kind of plaguing you on and off again for years?
Yeah, and it really depends on what I'm doing. If I'm doing a lot of like bending over, it'll start to irritate that side right there, but day to day, I would say that's not the biggest pain point. I would say neck and shoulders is really where I feel it the most.
All right, and then what do you do for physical activity to take care of your body exercise-wise?
So usually I'm like more pull-ups, push-ups for like strength training, and then cardio, running, biking, that type of stuff.
All right, on a regular basis?
I would say 3 to 5 times a week.
But don't you also do something?
Oh, I have been playing hockey, so I play hockey every Sunday. Yep.
Every Sunday?
Yep.
How many hours are you on the ice?
Depends on if I sub or not, but consistently an hour a week.
Hour a week on ice, plus all your other physical. Any injuries?
Not from hockey, nope.
Just work-related injuries of looking at computers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's every day. That's where more people have neck and low back pain from technology than any. Being practically boring sometimes. No one has really traumatic injuries anymore. It's all postural problems.
Yeah.
Sitting and looking at technology all day. It's horrible.
And then your phone.
And your phone and tablets and TV, and people's whole neck and shoulders hurt. All right, that's good information. Let's start ripping some of this apart. Let's see what we're really dealing with today. So I'm going to sit over here.
Okay.
And we'll kind of just work on some stuff. You ever break any bones or anything anywhere? No major traumas like that?
I have not.
Okay, no auto accidents and history like that?
No.
No. You got a nice knot right there.
Yeah, I do.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, and 10 is the worst, when I dig into that, how strong does that knot get?
Maybe 6.
6? How about this? Anything over here?
Not over there.
Just definitely on that one right there.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this. I'm going to touch that neck here. Right there. How's that one feel? Tender?
Yeah, that one's a little tender.
Yeah,
maybe
that's
about
5. C5, C6. Let's check this one over here. There's another one right there.
Yeah, it is.
How strong is that one?
That one's maybe a 4. A little less.
So we'll get some good gradients we can look at. Your right shoulder is swollen over here. Dang. Bring this arm up for me. Hold that arm right there. Just going to check this nerve root. Hold tight. Got no strength there. Let's jump to C7. That was C5. Push up and a tricep extension. Hold tight. I can get that one down too. All right, bring this one over here. Push up as hard as you can. That's pretty weak there too. Hold tight here. Definitely not working. All right. We definitely just want to loosen you up, get this adjustment. The lower back as well. Is that bugging you right now?
It's not too bad right now.
Okay, but you can feel it.
I can feel it, yeah.
Let's jump face down on the other table on this one here.
Okay.
I just want to loosen you up. We'll do some dry massage work first. Get your body relaxed. I do want to got a knot right there. So let's start working on that. Give me some feedback too, because I'm also going to be looking for other trigger points for you to look on as well.
Alright.
Sometimes they don't show themselves unless we really start hitting them a little bit.
Yeah, that spot right there feels a little tender.
Right in here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There, give you a little, right there, you get a little muscle twitch.
Yeah.
As soon as I run over it, boom, fires the muscle right there. So we got some work to do. Watch this one. Come off of it. So we got a problem we're gonna work on. How about this one over here? Yeah, you're getting some muscle twitch there too. All right, we'll work on all those. How's the back of the legs feeling?
Pretty good.
Like it? Okay, I'm gonna dig in here a little bit more power, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna try to fatigue that out of there. Right there. A little bit more. I'm getting a little twitch right here.
Yeah.
Is that tender there?
I feel it right a little bit lower.
A little bit lower?
Yeah, right there.
Okay, we're gonna work on that spot a little bit. There's another one here. I'll do some more work here. Switch tips. Okay. I'm gonna have you lock and lift this leg for me right here.
Okay.
I want you to bring it up for me. Do not let me push it down. Hold tight. No tone on that one. Bring this one up. Hold tight for me. Both of those are a little weak. Set it down. Do a little just right through this sacrum here. Bring the leg back up. Hold tight. Stronger?
Yeah.
Bring it up. Yeah. Much better. Okay, now tuck your chin to chest. I'm going to just loosen these up first. Let that relax now. I'm going to come right in here. How'd that feel?
That was a good one.
I'm going to come right through here. Maybe switch tables for me over here. Face down on this one. Arms by your side for me. Right, come up and flip over your back. Now double check this one more time. I'm going to loosen these up, but then we're going to get into some wet work. I'm going to really get a release on these upper traps and levator muscles. Here we go. Face on the side over here. Lay on your side. We're going to do some loosening your lower back up. Now this is the one that's giving us a little problem. It's in there, but it's
Yeah, it's like almost like my rib cages.
yeah, that would be nicer to you. Yeah, we'll work it all.
That was a good one.
That moves.
That was a good one.
All right, now we're going to get into these knots on the neck and shoulder.
Oh, yeah, fall asleep. I don't think that's going to happen.
No. Some people do, though. So how many years have you been playing hockey?
I started 3 years ago, took a year off, and then I started back up this past year.
What do you like about it?
So all the sports I played were, I played a lot of hand-eye coordination sports, which hockey is, but then you add the dynamic of the skating, and it's so challenging. Just for me, I've never skated a lot, so learning to skate and then learning to control the puck, it's just the most challenging, but also I really like, you're not supposed to check in our league, but there are some, you can get a little chippy, so that's also fun.
You're saying it's fun to smash into people?
Yeah.
Wow. You have a dark side, Molly.
Did you play sports growing up?
Mine was mostly martial arts.
Oh, okay.
So I have several black belts, years of training, weapons, and stuff like that.
That is really cool.
So that's a different type of sport, but it all ends when you go to grad school and then family and stuff like that. It gets hard to do stuff. I'm in a position now to learn another martial arts if I can, but hardest part for me is I'm still seeing patients well into after 6 o'clock, you know?
So when would you have time to train?
A lot of time the adult classes are already started.
Have you trained at a gym before here locally?
I did a few here locally for a while. I was adding, my main forms are Japanese and Okinawan forms with weapons. I was trying some Taekwondo stuff, which wasn't bad. But the demands of the practice, got a nice knot right here. Demands of the practice just sometimes keep me here well after 6 to 6:30, and a lot of classes have already started.
Yeah.
That's hard, and that's just when I can leave, you know. By the time you get over, get changed in the gig, get to working out, you know, you've lost 30 minutes or more.
Yeah.
So that's the frustrating part for me is I love martial arts. I love the physical training. But I was trained by a Japanese guy, Soke Takamoto from Japan. American martial artists can be very sporterized, and then the students can be squishy soft. In other words, they're not conditioned for the heavier level of Japanese training. And I've trained at a few places that they were sport. They weren't motivated by tradition and discipline. If you know anything about the Japanese culture, it's discipline and tradition.
Yeah.
And it's do it right. And then give it everything you got. Not so with Americans sometimes.
I could definitely see that. And then you lose some of the passion, because if you want to do it for the tradition and the discipline aspect,
Correct.
the sport, yeah. UFC has kind of gotten, I don't know. Maybe UFC was never really about that. It was always more of a sport.
Sure. But you're out doing stuff, and whatever we can find to do and keep our bodies strong and agile, that's important.
Definitely. What an interesting sport, though, just to go in a cage and try to submit each other with whatever it means.
I think it's guys just wanting to beat the crap out of each other. Sometimes I don't think there's a skill set involved. It's just who's meaner than the other person. That's kind of a scary attitude there.
Yeah.
I always enjoyed my disqualifications. I fought a lot of them. And, oh boy, I got some fun stories. I was at a regional tournament one time and it was graded by all these Japanese guys. And you're not allowed to knock out your opponents at that level, you know?
Okay.
So they try to keep it semi-civilized. And I was fighting another black belt at the time and just made silly mistakes and hit him in the head and he fell over.
Wow.
Twice I knocked the guy out.
Oh.
And the first time, the Japanese, they don't like to disqualify, you know? So he comes over and talks to me. You shouldn't hit him in the head. But, so don't knock him out anymore.
Was it with a kick or with
It was a punch to the side of the head.
Okay.
Knocked him straight over and he fell right into me. And so he does it again. The same body. I'm like, what are you doing? And then I just sidestep, side hit him in the head again, and he dropped down again. And I remember that Japanese guy, all three of these guys get in a little huddle and they start talking, you know, in Japanese. And they say, okay. They come back and the Japanese, okay, we have to disqualify you. But that other guy's stupid. It's like, you won the street, you win, but he's stupid. But I have to disqualify you. In broken English, Japanese, you know, because it's like they're not allowed to knock the guy out twice, I guess. Because it wasn't a knockout type of event, you know. But sometimes in the past, you don't know what's going on. You just move out of instinct, you know.
Right.
Next thing you know, the guy's like leaning against you, semi-unconscious.
I could see how that could happen really easily.
A lot it happens, but today's modern martial arts is all about sports. They don't really. I quit doing a lot of tournaments because they started doing a lot of sport stuff. You know, they make like a lunge to you and they're 2 feet away and they score a point. I'm like, I'm used to getting hit to score a point. So what are we doing with these weird rules? I don't know. I just quit after that for a long time. If I'm gonna get hit, I deserve to get hit at the black belt level. Hit me if I make a mistake, you know.
Yeah.
And you win tournaments or regionals, nationals based on your skill set, not how kind of close you are. But I don't know. I haven't done tournaments in a long time, so.
Did any of your kids get into MMA?
No, mine were all skinny kids for some reason.
Not really.
My sons are as tall as I am, but for whatever reason, you know, my oldest son is 150 pounds to my 215.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. Poor guy, he tries to work out with me and everything, you know. Like, I can't keep going. Dude, man up, let's get it done. But you're stronger than me. You can get big, but they did. None of them got the big. I don't know. I don't think I'm that big, but comparing to them, they're just. My boys are skinny. There we go. You got some good knots right around this shoulder, right in there.
Yeah, the right side. When I was in high school, I was really into weightlifting because I was homeschooled and then going into public school. It was like something I was pretty strong.
Yeah.
And I really latched onto it. And I remember my dad was kind of a big guy. He's 6'2", I would say maybe 250.
Damn.
So he would come down and weightlift with us, and I remember thinking he was gonna be like able to bench his weight and stuff. And he was much less strong than what I thought. I mean, he was stronger than
Sure.
all the kids, but yeah. And then I really latched on to deadlifting because I had pretty strong legs, and it was the octagon bar or the hex bar, and I set a record. Last I knew it was still there, 440 as a sophomore. I deadlifted.
440 pounds?
Yeah.
I think I probably just herniated 3 discs on that maneuver.
So maybe that was the trigger point for that work injury.
Could be, because you got some... Yeah, you never know. I mean, I've got injuries going back. Even today, I remember injuries I've done, and still 30 years later, even with regular care, I still have problems with.
Yeah.
Our bodies can take a beating, but they sure feel it as you get older.
That's so true.
There's a knot right there. Feel that one?
Yes.
I'm going to dig that one out a little bit. I'm going to put some pressure on that, okay?
Okay.
How are you handling it okay?
Yep. That's
I'm going to get in there, count to 5 on that one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out. So, she's probably in a lot of pain. She's just holding it in. Is that what you're doing?
I'm breathing through it.
You're breathing through it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, out. There we go. I'm going to strip that one a little bit more. You got these couple of patches in there that are just grit. That was my elbow. Getting a little better, but how's that one feel?
Yeah, that's getting better.
Of course, now my idea of a good fun day is fly fishing.
Oh, are you fly fishing?
Oh yeah, I grew up in Alaska, so I learned to fly fish and make my own fly rods at a pretty young age. That's the one thing that I miss the most, is that kind of stuff.
That is really cool. So wading out into a river, is that?
Oh yeah, that's the best thing in the world. So I grew up in Alaska, so you ever watched that movie, The River Runs Through It, where I think it takes place?
Oh yeah.
That's what Alaska's backwaters are like, all over the place. So growing up and fishing those rivers all through Alaska.
Fly fishing just seems like such an elegant sport. It's like, you have to have patience, but like actually getting the art of fly fishing down seems like
absolutely.
There's so much finesse to it.
How does this spot feel right in there?
I don't feel too much right there.
Okay, I thought I got a little twitch on you. You're not feeling anything through here?
Not quite yet.
All right. Guess we got it when we did the dry work.
What do you use to make a fly rod? A fly?
Well, you got graphite, you got bamboo blanks.
Okay.
You just weight it to whatever weight you're making. They're weighted 7, 8, 9, 10, which is the line weight. And then you just weight it for what kind of fishing you're going to do. And if you want challenges, use a lighter weight on a heavier fish and see what you can do for skill, working the fish, or you match it up. 8s and 9s, 10s for heavier fish.
Okay.
Saltwater fishing is a little different. I never did any saltwater fly fishing. It was all freshwater. Saltwater's similar, but...
What's your favorite thing to fish for?
Silver and red salmon.
Oh, reds.
Reds and silvers up in off of Kenai Peninsula in Alaska. There's a feeder, two feeders. One is Indian Creek, and the other one is one's the Russian River. I used to fish reds off the Russian River, which drops into the Kenai River. And then we used to fish another one called Moose Creek, which drops into the the Kenai. Great places to fish for reds, and then where the estuary, where the two rivers come together, we fish those waters, silvers and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes rivers are running so fast up there that you switch out a fly and go into the heavier line one.
Okay.
You just can't. It's hard to fly fish some of those when the rivers are running hard. All right, that feels decent, but I feel like I want to do some stretching on this neck a little bit. This is getting softer up here.
Yep.
It's definitely softer over here. But you do have a pretty big muscle bundle right here. Are you right-handed?
Yes.
And then your slap shots here too, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh crap, it's really big. You're kind of scary on this muscle bundle here. I'm just like, gonna have a wicked right hook. Especially in sophomore high school, you deadlifted 400 pounds.
And tennis too, so everything was like that right hand dominant.
All right. All right. We're all loosened up. How's that shoulder and stuff feel now?
It's a lot more relaxed.
Good deal. All right, let's bring this up a little bit. Let's go ahead and check on the neck. I want to make sure we're good. Hold tight for me here. Don't pull it up. Still getting a weakness on these, though. I don't like it. Hold tight for me here. All right.
Yeah, that one is my left.
Let's go on your back. It's time for the next adjustment. Y-strap time.
Y-strap.
Decompression time. So we'll start with the easy way first. Head up for me. Head down. We're going to lock this in, get the hair out of the way. We're going to do a little stretching before I adjust, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to bring the tension. I want you to give me a feedback. How you feel there? Feels okay locked in?
Yeah.
You okay? Good deal. All right, take a deep breath. Let it all out. We're just going to stretch. Keep stretching. Good. Let it rest. One more time. I find a little stretch helps a lot. Good. Just breathe. Okay, let it out. I'm going to adjust this time, okay?
Okay.
Deep breath. All out. Bring the tension. What'd you feel?
It cracked on the way up too.
I did. I felt it good. Yeah, I was like, oh, that was a big one. All right. Coming up for me. Swing around. Once again, it's one thing to feel the adjustment here, but did it create a change on the nervous system? So let's check it out. Hold tight for me. What do you think?
Yeah, that feels good.
Stronger?
Stronger.
Yeah. Stronger?
Yeah.
Push up. Nice and strong. Push up. Nice and strong. God, I love this stuff.
Nice.
That was a huge change.
Yeah.
But in my world, we're not done. So on your back, we're still going to maintain the lower back. So I want to just double check everything here. So let's bring this knee in. I'm going to push, hold tight. A little bit weak right there. Step down. Let's do this one. Hold tight. A little bit weak on those. Let's do a little L1. I'm going to bring your legs to the side. I'm going to pull them back. Don't let me. Hold tight. Nice strength on that one. Let's check this one here. Hold tight for me. Nice and strong there. Let's do the adductors. Squeeze the legs together. Hold tight. Strong. Let them drift apart. Hold tight. Strong. Step down. Toes toward the head. Hold tight. That L5's a little weak.
Yeah, it is.
So let's bring this one up here. Hold tight for me. Should be strong. I'm going to check L3 right in the middle, which is weak. I can go L2 above, L4 below, L3 in the middle. Let's do the L5. So both are weak.
L3 and L5.
L3 and L5. But we're going to do a little trick. We're going to ask the body, hold that hand just like that. We're going to go parry mode. Let's see which one stays weak. That one's strong. That one's weak. So we're actually going to adjust L5 first.
Okay.
So you're going to push right here. And if we're lucky, sometimes correcting the priority will fix the secondary one.
Okay.
So we're gonna see what your body's gonna do. So take a deep breath, push all the way in, exhale, hold tight, don't let go. There's that one. Don't let go. Oh. Go back into that, right down there. Do this side, hold tight, and exhale hard. They both moved.
Yeah, they did.
Now let's challenge it. Toes back towards the head. Hold tight. What do you think?
Yeah.
Now remember, 3 and 5 are weak. The body said start at all 5, so let's go just all 3 and see what happens. Strong?
Yeah. So L5 was the dominant force?
Yeah, L5 was the priority. You can adjust all over the place, but why waste the energy and just focus on what the body's asking?
Yeah.
But, are we still done? Go to gravity. Let's have you walk for a second, because we got to get the information to the brain. I want to see what the brain does. All right, face me over here. Arms out in front. Just a standing check. Tilt the head back. Look down towards the floor. Look over to your right, to your left. Breathing strong. Set this down. Step forward with the opposite leg. Just like that. That's strong. That's strong. Have a seat for me. Should do a couple of quick checks. Now, when you're laying down, there's not a lot of compression over the spine. So now we had you walk around. Everything was strong laying down. We had you walk around. Now I'm going to sit. I'm going to check them so we get compression in the spine.
Okay.
I want to see if they stay. Hold tight for me. Pretty good. Pretty good. Toes to the air. Hold tight. Good. What do you think?
I think I feel pretty good.
I think they worked. Now you know what's going to happen next. You're going to go play hockey and ruin it all.
Yeah. Then come back next week.
Come back next week. That's exactly what you're going to do. But research is clear. Those who play live longer.
It's true.
So what do I always say? Go play.
And then just take care of yourself.
And just take care of you.
Yeah, for sure.
Eat well, move well, think well, talk well, sleep well, and play well. You'll live to 100.